And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host, Jonathan. Once again, bringing you my top movies of 2019. These are the movies I liked. The number 13 movies I liked, I enjoyed of 2019. It's here, the last of the decade. So let's start it off. And for the record, like I said, did not see every movie that came out this year, but these are the movies I did see, and these are the ones I love. So let's check them out and see what we get. At number 13, I have Aladdin. Aladdin was fantastic. I was very nervous about this movie. I was hoping, this movie was going to be great, and it was. It wasn't because of Will Smith. He was phenomenal anyway. He did a great job. I like the actor who played Aladdin. He was great as well, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. At number 12, it's going to be probably shocking to a lot of people, Avengers Endgame. Avengers Endgame was the combination of 10 years of Marvel films, the conclusion, the ending to the Avengers, to certain characters. What's going to happen next? Nobody knows, but it was fantastic. The great fan service, the great moments, the great sadness to it as well, and obviously making time travel make more sense nowadays, especially what other movies haven't done. So there's that. And number 11 is Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Phenomenal movie. I had my little problems with it, but I still enjoyed it very, very much. I wanted to put it higher on my list, but there are other movies I really, really enjoyed more, but I still enjoy Star Wars Episode 9. It might be my third favorite movie of all the Star Wars movies. Not sure yet, but it's up there. It's really up there. I really enjoyed it a lot. Like I said, there are some moments in the movie that I don't like, but you can go back and watch my spoiler review for that if you haven't seen Star Wars yet, so go check it out. At number 10, I have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. DiCaprio, Brad Pitt proved that, they are very, very good actors. DiCaprio is amazing. Brad Pitt was awesome as well. Margot Robbie, I think, was my weakest problem of that movie. I love Margot Robbie, but I think they just used her because she's just very beautiful. And her character was kind of wasted in this movie, but what can you do? Still a great movie. Quentin Tarantino's one of his fun movies that he's done in a while, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Another Margot Robbie movie for number 9 is Bombshell. Her, Nicole Kidman, and Charlize Theron crushed this movie, proving that women do belong in the workforce and what they would do to pretty much get respect in the workforce as well. And the movie is very powerful, a little bit of disturbing as well to see what certain men do to these women. It's crazy, but I still enjoy it. At number 8, I have Knives Out. Knives Out was a great movie. Fun, mystery type clue movie. You have Daniel Craig playing this detective, and he's trying to find out a mystery murder. What happened to this rich guy and his family? He's trying to get money, and that was amazing. I thought it was phenomenal. I thought they did a phenomenal job with the characters, especially with Daniel Craig and the main girl. They were great. The rest of the characters, I kind of wish they spent more time with developing their characters, but what can you do? But I still enjoyed it a lot. Knives Out was a great movie. So at number 7, I have Hobbs and Shaw. When The Rock first came to the Fast and Furious movies, I was like, yeah, he fits. He fits in this world. And then when they brought in Jason Statham, I was like, okay, how can this get any better? And it did. And Fast and Furious got even better. And then the chemistry between the two of them was phenomenal. And in this movie, having Idris Elba as the bad guy and Vanessa Kirby as Statham's sister was great. She's amazing. I thought that movie worked very, very well. I love the action scenes. It felt like Fast and Furious without actually being Fast and Furious, and it was just amazing. I loved it very much, and I hope we get more from it. So there's number 7. And number 6, I have Richard Jewell, a story that I have never knew about growing up as a kid, but it was out there. It's not as well known as Pearl Harbor or September 11th, but it's still part of our culture and our society. What actually happened? Did this guy do it? Did this guy, was he really framed? You watch the story, like, you feel for him as well, but then you question it. Did he really do this and try to hurt people? But nobody knew. But when you watch the movie, you kind of get your answer and you kind of root for the guy. For me, at the end of the movie, I actually root for the guy because I felt like he did not do this, but If there were other evidence out there about it, then maybe I would feel differently. But to me, I thought Clint Eastwood did a great job with the movie. Sam Rockwell was great. You know, Kathy Bates was great as well. The actor who played Richard Jewell, he was amazing. I'm surprised he's not nominated yet, but hopefully, fingers crossed. At number 5, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the best animated movie of the year. I'd be shocked if it's not. It's Frozen 2. Frozen 2 was great. And it really captured the moments of, the sister love between the two of them. Not trying to rehash what the first one did. Great songs. Not as catchy as Let It Go, obviously, but Into the Unknown, I think, is a very good, powerful song. Elsa was freaking fantastic in this movie. She was powerful. She was great. She was amazing. I thought it was a very, very good movie. At number 4, I have Queen and Slim. Queen and Slim was a great Bonnie and Clyde story type of feel to it, with a little bit of romance into it, about two people who literally just meet each other. They get into circumstances that kind of makes them outlaws, and they pretty much fall in love throughout the whole journey. And you root for them, but then you wonder what's gonna happen to them. Are they gonna survive? Are they gonna be free? You have to watch the movie. It was a very, very powerful movie, and I liked it a lot. And number 3, a comedy that it should have been a comedy, but we shouldn't be laughing about this. Was Jojo Rabbit. Jojo Rabbit was hilarious and very disturbing, obviously, because the way that they depict Jewish people. But seeing this kid, trying to become a Nazi, he's very proud of his culture. He wants to be a Nazi. He wants to support Hitler and all that. But having an imaginary friend who was Hitler, who was kind of like a goofball, and played by Taika Waititi, who was the director, was great. I thought the comedy was great. Who else? Scarlett Johansson was great. Sam Rockwell was in this movie as well. He was hilarious. The kid was phenomenal. So there's that. And I thought that movie was awesome. At number 2, I had Ford versus Ferrari. Another great movie. Matt Damon, Christian Bale crushed it. They were great together on screen. I don't know who I liked more. There were moments I liked, Christian Bale more, and there were moments I loved Matt Damon more, but they both were phenomenal. I love the movie very much. It was a very great movie. Brought to life my favorite car, the Ford GT, great car as well. So there's that. And of course, number 1, always going to be number 1 for this year. Even though I haven't seen 1917, which if I do see that, I probably will change my mind about this, or Parasite. But depends on when I see those movies. Maybe I'll feel differently. But right now, number 1 is still the Joker. Like, oh my goodness, the Joker was so good. It was so different from any other comic book we ever seen. If you like watching The Dark Knight, but it was just the Joker story. It was just about this guy who you feel bad for him at the first time you meet him. It's like, wow, this guy's life stinks, man. He's horrible. It's horrible what they do to him. And then when you find out he becomes something different and he gets blood in his hands, spoiler alert, and you're like, whoa, this guy is freaking me out. And I don't got sympathy for you anymore, man. I'm taking it back. Great job. Joaquin Phoenix was phenomenal in this movie. Phenomenal. It's very hard to compare him to Heath Ledger. Very different movies, so you can't really compare. But if it was just him as the Joker, and we haven't had Heath Ledger's version, I would say he's the greatest Joker ever played on screen. But since we have Heath Ledger, can't really compare them. Very different people. I do wish they did not have the whole look, and this is a spoiler if you haven't seen Joker yet. Oh look, Batman! Yay! Why you needed that? No idea, but go figure. They just added that because so that way you can get a little bit more tick-ching for its money. So there's that. But yeah, it still made $1 billion. Phenomenal movie. I enjoyed it a lot. It's still my favorite movie of this year. Like I said, I could change my mind about it after seeing 1917 and Parasite, since those two movies I still need to see. But for right now, it's just the Joker. So, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the list. And leave me your top movies of the year. And stay tuned for more. Thank you very much, and have a Happy New Year.